Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we are looking at a damn handsome Kershaw Link, model number 1776. As usual, we will get started with the features. Then we'll move on to comparing this to some other knives on the table. And now make sure that you stay until the end, because I will be showing you the full specs on this. And if you're a subscriber, you might even see your name at the end in the credits. Now, I know that you guys don't have a lot of time, which is why I just want to quickly remind you, click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Now, the Link is a SpeedSafe assisted opening liner lock with a blade that's riding on bronze washers. Deployment, as you can see, is accomplished with this nice little flipper here. And the blade measures about 3 1/4 inches long, 2.89 millimeters thick of, get this guys, this is the big reveal, M390 blade steel. That's right, this is M390. I'm going to give you a second to process all that. Are we good? Yes, that is the very same blade steel that you can get in my favorite knife in the whole wide world, well, what I can afford. The Viper Vox Fortis is M390. The Doug Ritter Griptilian is M390. Oh, let's see what else we could put in here. Oh, M390 is also equivalent to CPM 20CV, which you will find here in the ZT0456, and in the Benchmade Foray also has CPM 20CV. Yes, you know, and we just got the whole knife comparison thing out of the way too. Oh, that's awesome. The handle measures 4.40 inches with a handle thickness of right at 1/2 inch, so 0.50, and a closed width. So how much room that this guy's going to actually take up in your pocket is only going to be about 1.41 inches. This Link maintains that same closed construction with that ribbed backspacer, same as the old 420 HC version. And you know what, as long as I have that one out, I just want to show you the differences really quick. So on top is the 420 HC, and this is the brand new M390 Link. Everything is basically the same, except for the handle thickness. Let me see if I can do this without. So on the older Link with the 420 HC blade steel, the handle thickness is 0.60, and on the new one I just said is right at 1/2 inch. Closed width is the same, blade length is the same, handle length, blade thickness. The only other difference is just the materials used, because this now is aluminum scales as opposed to the GFN scales on the 420 HC. And the pocket clips, you can see, well, you know how I am with the pocket clips. I just can't stand it when it's not a deep carry pocket clip. I know not every knife can have a deep carry clip, you know, because of when the handle of your knife kind of sitting in your palm. I mean, if it's placed in the wrong area of the handle, it can cause hot spots. So I get that, but still, I just can't stand the clips that are not deep carry. So I'm telling you, I had this out of the box for about 60 seconds and I had already slapped on a new pocket clip on there. So yeah, those are the only differences. So the handle thickness and the blade steel. Now these are both stone washed finish. Okay, let's just go ahead and get a weight on this guy here. 4.7 ounces. That's going to be roughly the equivalent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AA batteries. And do you remember when I said to you the only difference between the new one and the old one was the handle thickness and the blade material? Well, I lied to you just then. So the weight also is a little bit different. On the 420HC version, 4.3 ounces. And what did we say? The M390, 4.7 ounces. So let's quickly run through my 6 likes and dislikes, and let's start out with number 1. I think that's a good place, right? Curb appeal. So the aesthetics, the appearance, how it looks. I really like the curb appeal of this M390 Link. If you look at the blade, it has a kind of a high flat grind with that same kind of modified drop point, and of course the stonewash finish. Now the stonewash on the M390 blade, see if you compare it next to this is the 420HC. It's a little, how do I say this? A little less grainy. The M390 one is a little less grainy than the 420HC, if that makes sense. Yeah, that sounds good anyway, right? The backspacer, that's fine with that ribbed kind of texture. And look at that beautifully curved handle, just kind of slopes down to the butt end of the knife. Very, very nice. Number 2, the materials. This is going to be my first gripe. I'm sorry. I know I don't like, and it's not the blade steel. I friggin' love M390. I absolutely love it. It's the, you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but it's the scales. I really just do not love the aluminum scales, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel that they get marked up pretty quick. So when you have this in your pocket with keys or change or something else metal, you know what? You have a really good chance of scratching up this aluminum finish. I gotta say, I would probably almost prefer that the M390 blade had the GFN scales, because I don't have to worry about this. I mean, if I drop it, I mean, it's glass-filled nylon. It'll be fine. You drop this on cement, not that you should be, well, dropping it anywhere, but you know what I mean. So that's why I'm giving the materials a don't like, and it's because I'm not crazy about the aluminum. Now, it also does not provide as much traction as, I keep setting the 420HC one to the side. I really just need to keep it out, don't I? Like, look at with the GFN scales. Oh yeah, it's got that great traction, and see, the scales are contoured, whereas on the aluminum, they're beautifully chamfered, all the edges, but they are not contoured whatsoever. And so that's another reason why I prefer the GFN over the aluminum scales. Bronze washers, did I mention that? Bronze washers on the inside, so that's good. Easy to clean, easy to care for. So that is why I don't like the materials. Not the blade, but it's the handle. Number 3, the function. This I like very much. I mean, the action from the SpeedSafe is nice and quick. Really, really snappy. Let's do that one more time. Very nice. The centering is dead on on this one. Very nice. Now when the blade is deployed, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, it's locking up at about 45%, which is good. That's fine. I have no problems with that at all. And the Link is, let's call it somewhat fidget friendly. It is, you know, it's not as fun as, like, say, flipping around the PM2, but, you know, that's manual action. This is SpeedSafe assist. So, you know, it is. I guess it is fun to just sit here and do this, especially once it gets broken in a little bit more. So, yeah, we could say it's definitely fidget friendly. So, yeah, number 3, function, I like. Number 4, in the hand, I like. The aluminum scales, even though they are not contoured like the older model, they are still very, very comfortable. You know, traction is not the best with the aluminum scales. However, you do have the choil created from the flipper, and also this nice little platform here for your thumb. Very, very comfortable to hold. No hot spots whatsoever. Thumb divot, we already said, is great. There is only one area of jimping, and let's see where that is. Oh yeah, on the flipper. Right there, the balance. Let's check that. I think it's pretty good, probably. Oh yeah, perfectly balanced. Very nice. There is one other thing, the sharpening choil. They did give us a very nice sharpening choil. Thank you so much, Kershaw. I love that, I really do. Number 5, in the pocket. Well, we have already determined that the clip sucks. So I actually gave this section a like. Even though I can't stand the pocket clip, the closed width and thickness are pretty good. The thickness, I mean, even better than the older Link with GFN scales. So in the pocket, this rides really nice, but the pocket clip is awful. And you might be saying to yourself, well, but Jay, you gave materials I don't like because of the aluminum scales. That's right. However, I can't really swap out these scales as easy as it is to swap out a new clip. So that's why I gave number 5 a like. And if you notice also, now when you put this in your pocket, you see how I pointed out that little thumb platform, which it's also aids with deployment. So when you're kind of pushing down on the flipper, but it also, now you see if you put this in your pocket, one second, let me see how I can show you guys this. The curvature here, so kind of like that. So this is the part that's going to be like rubbing up on the side of your pocket. So what that does is then keeps the flipper tab away from, well, just kind of more out of the way. So I love that design. And finally, number 6, the weight and the price. I gave this a like. Even though 4.7 ounces it's pushing it for a 3 1/4 inch long blade that is not very thick stock. That's it's not too heavy, but it's really close. I mean, I'm okay with that weight, but 4.7 is kind of pushing it, but it's acceptable. Let's say that. And the price, oh my gosh, you guys are not going to believe the price. Okay, 80 bucks I got this on Blade HQ for 80 bucks. That's super steel for 80 bucks. Isn't that just fantastic? So let's quickly tally up. We've got curb appeal was a like, materials don't like, function like, in the hand like, in the pocket like, weight and price like. So those of you keeping score at home, that is going to be 5-1, and I think you kind of get a sense of where I'm going to land on this one. And you want to see something funny? This is, you know, I showed you guys I have like a form that I've written out, and I print copies, and I write, and I take all my notes, and it's just so I can stay on target with my reviews. But if you look here down at the bottom, see that where it says recommendation? I just buy it. So that's it. Buy it. Got it? 80 bucks. Go get one. So now before we go, guys, I just want to leave you with a question, and I would love to hear back from you guys. Now, if you could upgrade only one of your knives from your collection with any blade steel that you want, what steel would you pick and which knife? Got it? Please leave your answers in the comments below. I am really excited to see what you guys have to say. Now, if this video about the Kershaw Link 1776 and M390 answered most of your questions, why not just, I don't know, go ahead and leave me a like. Now, don't go anywhere, because I'm going to be showing you guys the full specs here in just a second. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by, letting me talk knives with you, and I will see you at the next video. You guys take care, okay?